There are several things that I believe set A Perfect Plan events apart from other wedding planning companies. Today, I wanted to share one of my favorites with you. Sometimes when I try to explain it to people, it's a little bit hard without them seeing it, so I thought we would just go through it. Every bride that signs on with A Perfect Plan events is provided a link to Aisle Planner. In Aisle Planner, I will create your wedding. I will send you a link. We're able to plan interactively. We are able to communicate via Aisle Planner. And I wanted to show you exactly how it works because I just think it's super cool, to be honest. So I just want to start from the beginning. This, what you see in front of you now, is my dashboard. These are all my cute couples that are currently a Perfect Plan event, bride and grooms. And they're super excited for their weddings, as am I, and we are all currently planning together using Aisle Planner. So I'm going to just start with, let me see, I'll start with Danielle and Zach. Danielle is a bride that lives about 2 hours from me. She's getting married in Lebanon, Kentucky. So she and I have really made use of Aisle Planner, but we will meet several times in person as well. And then I will go and stay the night for rehearsal and wedding day. So I'm super excited for her. Her wedding's coming up. Anyway, let's take a look at all the features of Aisle Planners. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see better. The first feature is a checklist. I'm able to customize a checklist for my bride and my groom. I can do it according to due date or category. And I assign these. The bride will be sent an email, usually 2 to 3 days out, to remind her that these tasks are due. As you can see, Danielle is on it. You'll see here where it has her initials, because those are things I've assigned to her that she still needs to do. I also have an assignment list. You can see this is mine. Mine usually will start, she has hired me for day of, so mine will start a little bit closer to her wedding. Here again is her full checklist. So again, you can see that every little thing pertaining to the wedding has been assigned and does have someone responsible for it and a due date. So that's super helpful. And when Danielle does something on Aisle Planner and completes a task, I get an email letting me know that it's done. Here is a calendar where she can record any important appointments she has, as well as I can record any meetings or anything like that we have together. She can sync this with her Google Calendar or whatever calendar app she uses. Super, super fun, super easy. And again, she will get email reminders. I'm going to skip over timeline and, well, actually, I'll just go to another wedding that timeline isn't done until about a couple of weeks out. So we will go to a wedding that has already happened. This was Emily and Hunter's wedding. They got married right before Thanksgiving. So as you can see, I am able to do a custom timeline. And it even gets so detailed as when I say photographer on site at hotel, it allows me to list the hotel. It allows me to list each vendor and their responsibility. And then the vendors all get their own copy of the timeline as it pertains to them. So everything else will be grayed out. Like you can see, I will do this and I will say, I just want to see things pertaining to the caterer. So as you can see, everything's grayed out until something that pertains to the caterer. That's a pretty neat feature as well. Super, super easy and fun, and we are all able to see it. This timeline will also go out to the bridal party with all of their responsibilities and where they're supposed to be and when they're supposed to be there. Again, super fun. We'll go back to Danielle. Design Studio. She hasn't put anything in here yet, but in here you are allowed to, you can choose inspiration photos, you can import photos from your Pinterest. Just kind of gives myself, your photographer, your florist, great ideas and allows us to actually see what you're thinking 100% so that there's no confusion. We'll get back over to Danielle's wedding. Guests. This is one of my favorite features. Danielle was able to input her guest list here. She can also tell me whether they're on her A or her B list, because some brides do have to kind of have an A and B list in case your venue has guest count restrictions. That way, if someone can't come, then you know that you have someone to put in their place. Some brides don't invite everyone to the ceremony, but they do invite everyone to the reception. They just want their ceremony a little more intimate. So this is great because it can allow you to tell me whether they're invited to the ceremony and the reception, just the ceremony. And from there, you can print your seating charts. You could print your invitations, anything you needed to print. It also has a role here, a column here for role. Mother of the bride, mother of the groom, grandmother of the bride. You can do bridesmaids, ring bearer, usher. You can see she's listed all of those. So that is a great thing for me because I can print out just seating for the bridal party, or I can print out just family seating. If you're doing meal options, here we can record what meal option they've chosen. Whether they're vegetarian, whether they have a food allergy, would go here in the dietary restrictions column. So super, super cool. From that, you can create your RSVP summary when they have RSVP'd. You can also include whether they are coming to the rehearsal dinner, engagement party, and we have another column you can create if you're having a bridal shower. So that's super fun. And you can also go over here and create a PDF, and that will print your final guest count for not only myself, but the caterer, anyone who needs to know where someone's sitting. And you can also, I'm going to show you in just a minute, include table images that will show you where people are sitting. So we're going to go to layout and seating now. So here we go. She has assigned special seating to her family and her bridal party. She doesn't have a formal seating chart for everyone else, but if you see, we have everyone in a seat. So that's a great feature. This can also be printed out to send to your venue so that when tables and chairs are set up, they know what they're doing and where everything goes. Also super easy, if you're placing name cards, your caterer will have this to go from. As you can tell here, she has assigned those special people, like I told you, to tables. This is Danielle's family and close friends, Zach's family and close friends. So that's a super, super neat feature that I really, really love in Aisle Planner. Going to move on now. We've talked about guests. Let's talk about vendors. So our vendors, our wedding team, also super important. So here we have everyone that is participating in her wedding. If they are darkened in, they are booked. She's paid a deposit. We are ready to go with them. If they are gray, it's something she's considering. So she's considering her bridesmaid's dresses at this time from David's Bridal. So that's not official yet. So as you can see, she's on it, and I am able to go here and I have all the contact information for anyone that is taking part in her wedding. I can also from here print a contact sheet that will go to all of the vendors so they each know who's on the team. If the florist needs to call me for some reason, they have a copy of this. If the caterer needs to reach out to the venue, then they have a copy of this. Super, super streamlined, super easy. Budget. Not going to go too into detail here because her wedding is not completely planned yet. She's still working on it, but as you can see, it allows you to enter any expense you have and help you stay on budget for each category. Again, this is something super helpful for brides. Notes. I advise all my brides to do packing lists in this. I have templates that I share with them, and then they fill them in from there. So this is her box for her cake table. I've told her everything she needs in her cake table, and that way she can pack and she knows what to do. Same for her ceremony box, the things that she'll need to bring. You're also able to create, she has chosen not to do this, but you can click this button and she could create a wedding website where she can share information with her guests. She can put hotel information. Basically, if you've seen the wedding websites on the Knot, very, very similar. Only it's all included in Aisle Planner. No cost to the brides. Aisle Planner is a software that I pay for, and I provide to each of my brides. Again, we can go down to any category here, and we can see what she's doing for every category. So as you can see, it tells her how many guests she has coming to this event, how many invitations she's ordered, everything, and the checklist as it would pertain to this event, as well as the box she will need for ceremony. It also will show her the payments that she's made. So she can pull up any category here and have that same information. Really, really neat. I'm going to go back now to my dashboard, and I'm going to pick on Emily and Hunter again because I know they won't care. So my settings for this wedding, this tells me all my information. Now this is something that I only see, but I wanted to share it with you so that you know what all I have access to work with each couple. So this is kind of the details for their event. I can tell here when I want it to send a reminder for tasks that are due. I can tell it here when I want to send a reminder for payments that are due, not only to me, but to every vendor. I want it to notify me when they do complete a task or make a payment to anyone, and it will do that automatically without the bride doing anything. I go to client. This is my client. Tells me where I met her venue, her budget, where her ceremony is, any invoices. We are completely linked. All our communication between myself and the bride will be recorded right here. Now, here's where it gets fun. I always, of course, link the bride, but from this tab, I can add any client that she wants me to. Any person on her wedding team. Some brides want their maid of honor. Most brides want their mom. Some brides want the groom. Some brides don't want the groom. So this is simply whoever she tells me she wants to have access to her aisle planner, and I can add them from here. Super easy to do, and then they get an email invite saying that Emily has included them on her aisle planner, and they click that link and they are joined up and they plan along with us. So hope this wasn't too boring. I just wanted to share everything with you that it can do. Super excited for 2020. Super excited to plan together with all of my cute brides and my sweet, sweet couples. So anyway, this is Aisle Planner. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And this video will be available to you via my website so that you can go back over it when you have time and look at it more thoroughly. Bye for now.